Here's a quick podcast for all you true crime fans. The case of the missing Reeses. It was me at the store with my mouth. Motive? They're Reeses. What was I going to do? Stop myself? Tune in next time to see if I do it again. Spoiler, I will. Wow, that had everything. Reeses, suspense, Reeses.
Last podcast on the left is all about the facts. So when Southern New Hampshire University came on as a sponsor, it was time to do some research. Turns out they offer more than 200 online degree programs, and get this, criminal justice and psychology are some of the most popular. Classes have no set meeting times, and tuition rates are some of the lowest in the U.S. Want to learn even more about SNHU? Visit snhu.edu/last.
There's no place to escape to.
This is the last podcast.
On the left. That's when the cannibalism started.
What was that?
I'm excited for today.
Why?
Because we get to cover something serious. It's been so long since we have.
Are we finally covering cancer?
Yes.
I mean, talk about numbers.
Honestly. Talk about heavy hitter.
A real heavy hitter. Yeah.
Yeah, cancer
numbers.
In many ways, I think cancer should be the fourth head on the Mount Rushmore of evil.
Wow, just all cancers.
Just cancer.
Every cancer.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, just cancer in general. Sure.
Unbridled tumors.
But then the heads keep regenerating and regenerating and regenerating.
And you have to go back every 6 months and check.
Yeah.
All right. Fine. I'll do it.
Wow,
I'll
yay.
learn everything there is to know about cancer.
You know, and then you'll be a doctor.
Yeah. I always wanted to be a doctor. This is how I can do it.
One of my bucket list items was to be an oncologist.
Really?
Yeah.
That's your
my bucket list. Yeah. I gotta see the pyramids, become an oncologist. I have to learn to bake bread. See the pyramids a second time.
Yeah.
And then I am allowed to commit suicide.
Really?
Yeah.
It's interesting. I always storm a cockpit.
Wow. And maybe we can do that this week when we're on our way out of town. This episode today is truly special. It's led by me.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. Welcome to the last podcast on the left, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, my name's Marcus Parks.
Thank you, Marcus.
Here with our leader for the day, Henry Zabrowski.
Fuck you,
man. Who's been, I don't know, you've been into engineering lately. You've been into knowing like how things work, the nuts and bolts.
You know me.
As it were.
I'm a cross and T's, dot and I's, detail-oriented motherfucker.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, certainly not broad strokes, big-time ideas guy. I'm very much in the weeds, getting granular, and that's what we're doing today.
That's
and
right.
Speaking of granular, Ed Larson's covered in crumbs.
How you doing? I wish. I actually, my breakfast was yogurt, so if I'm covered in crumbs, I don't know how that happened.
It came out of your beard.
So that's dandruff.
Today starts with, this is something special, because one of my favorite aspects of the capital P phenomena is the diversity of its populace. And it is true, because much like Kew Gardens, the universe is filled with an unlimited amount of species willing to sell you duck embryos as an hors d'oeuvre. You love it. It's quite good.
Because when you go to contact in the desert, it's like 99% white.
Except for the white guys that dress like black guys and the white guys that dress like Indian guys.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
So the common types of alien we encounter are normally in CE3s and CE4s. So most of our audience...
Close Encounters, you mean? That's the CE3 and CE4.
Thank you, Mark.
This is my fucking episode. And it's not an organized true crime one.
Not even everyone in the room knew what you were talking about.
Well, we'll see right here, right? Right? Because I feel like most of our audience can name off the top of their head the large sampling of aliens we normally meet in encounters, right?
C-3PO.
We're getting to it. You're getting ahead of the goddamn story, okay? So we got the Greys, tall whites, Nordics, the Draconians, Pleiadians, Bigfoots, floating orbs, energy beings. There's tiny blue guys, completely clear guys, and aliens with huge tits and huge fucking great butts that we have covered them all. We know that exists.
We do?
Because of the guy that painted all the paintings of the gray alien that he lost his virginity to, who had huge...
David Huggins.
Yeah, David Huggins. And that alien was stacked.
Hold on. So a guy who drew the big-titted aliens, last name was Huggins?
His name was Huggins. Actually, I have one of his paintings in my office.
Oh.
Or it's a print, but it's beautiful.
It's better than being fuckins. Hey, name's David Fuckins.
Fantastic documentary called Love and Saucers about David Huggins.
It's really good.
Yeah, and a great soundtrack, too.
Okay.
But now we cover today what I really consider to be the red-headed stepchild of all of the aliens in the whole goddamn world.
And this is surprising to me. I had never thought about this before.
It's true. Encounters with the robot.
The robot!
The robots.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the only way to properly pronounce robots in today's episode is to call them robots.
These are very much robots.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Robots, to me, it's different than a robot, right? A robot is something you see around, and it's very, like I would put it, like, very much from the Jetsons style, The Maid. That's a robot.
Okay.
But a robot, which is what we're seeing here today,
That's more like the food delivery guys?
but with shooting white clouds of gas that will knock you out.
I mean, that I would get more behind it if it did that.
Wouldn't that be fucking cool?
Yeah.
But see, robots are, people don't ever really talk about these experiences because I think it's due to fear of ridicule. But I posit, there are seeds of truth in every encounter with a 1950s style beep boop metal robot alien. Yes. Every encounter that we will cover today will involve a lost in space, aluminum tube armed, whirligig capped automaton who speaks in letters and gestures. That's what we're covering. The Tin Man is here, and he's taking your blood. These tales are about the highest of high strangeness, truly outliers in a world of unique experience.
It really surprised me when you brought up the alien and robot idea. I had never thought that there should be far more robots in alien lore than there is. You'd think that if the aliens are coming to Earth, they'd send probes, they'd send, advanced scouts, they'd send robots.
These alien truth liars really fucked up.
You're correct. You're correct. Now, robots, I also feel like because they are so strange, it's very regional, and it really comes down to the psychic part of the event, as far as I'm concerned. Now, before we begin, I'd like to thank Joel and Rachel for helping me put together this extremely important and relevant topic.
Relevant to what?
Robots. There are several sources here that I will list on the internet because most of them are magazines. They are magazines. They're thick magazines.
Yeah, and hey, I've been getting back into magazines lately. It's my dream to one day publish a magazine.
Oh,
Really?
What do you want to call? What do you call it?
I mean, the working title right now is Funt, but that's just a working Funt magazine.
I love funt.
Funts and gunts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Funts and ammo.
Have you had your filled with funt? I love funts and ammo.
Yeah, Funt and ammo is fun.
Oh, here we go. Our first tale of robot terror is the abduction of Antonio La Rubia. Sometime between 2:12 and 2:20 a.m. exactly, on September 15th, 1977. Antonio was driving home from his job as a bus driver on the outskirts of the tranquil beach city of Pacencia, Brazil, when he saw an unusual object in the field. Antonio would estimate the craft to be over 230 feet long. It was a dull gray, shaped like a bucket hat.
Like an old-timey bucket hat?
I think they've always been the same shape.
No, Antonio La Rubia. He's the radio personality that got caught taking upskirt photos.
Was that his second life? I don't know what he did after this abduction. This object was so alien to Antonio, it scared him half to death. After pulling over to see if he indeed was seeing what he was seeing, he felt intense fear. He bolted away from the object in the field, but suddenly found himself immobilized by a bright blue light. Whoa. Mysteriously, what is described as an electric pole appeared before him.
He called it an electric pole.
All of this is being translated loosely from Portuguese.
Okay.
So when he says certain things, you're like, okay. So when it says that, when Antonio says, a mysterious electric pole appeared in front of him. That's all I can really comment upon.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So Antonio
So
was
the alien a stripper?
We'll get there. You'll see. Listen to the entire encounter. It might get a little sexy. Or not. Antonio was unable to move or speak.
The Brazilians do get sexier with because the other story that we talked about in which a man had sex with an alien multiple times also came from Brazil.
Really?
I think they're hornier in
They
Brazil.
also went to like straight up war with the aliens too, right?
Yeah.
Yes, there was attacks. That was what Jacques Vallée famously covered. All of this, like he covered all. They're very aggressive in Brazil.
High murder rate.
There is. You gotta be careful over the robots. Soon realized, as he was immobilized, that he was surrounded by three, or for lack of a better term, robots. They were around 4 feet tall, with nearly featureless metal football-shaped heads that had spinning antennas sprouting from its tip. For eyeballs, they had a reflective strip. No necks. Bodies shaped like an oval, plated with dull aluminum scales, with 2 arms that came to points. For your viewing pleasure, this is Antonio's witness depiction. Please, boys, describe it.
I feel like I could draw it better, even though I've never seen it.
Antonio was very scared.
Well, I would say that the bottom structure looks like a barber chair, the pole that a barber chair is on, and the top of it is kind of in the shape of Magneto's helmet. You know,
Yes,
like
it is.
Yeah.
And he has
Oh, this
needle
is
arms.
way better.
Yeah, this is a better render. This is a
better
rendering. Someone
Yeah.
did a 3D rendering of it.
But it looks like someone just like took the top half of a corpse of an alien and put it on a stick.
Who knows?
Yeah, because there's like a little almond-shaped head on the top and it actually has an old school antenna.
That's
on its
what I
head.
like about it. It has an antenna.
I guess it would make sense. Why would the aliens come here themselves when they can just send droids?
Yeah.
Well, of course. Or are they already biomechanical machines that appear organic?
So you think that the aliens are robots?
We'll find out. Next thing we know.
And yes, Rob, you are right. It does kind of look like Tom Servo.
It does look like Tom Servo. You're correct. But this is before Tom Servo.
Yeah.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one website platform that helps you stand out online. Yes, that's right. You don't have to smash your face with a hammer. You can just start a business. It's got everything you need on Squarespace, from securing your domain to building a professional site and showcasing your work all in one place. Let's say you want to show everybody how you can carve your ribs out of your lower abdomen so that you look more like a Ken doll. That's amazing. You can bring your vision to life with AI-powered design or curated templates, plus flexible editing tools that helps you create something that truly reflects your style, especially if you are somebody that is trying to corrupt the young men of America. That's what Squarespace is really going to help you. Squarespace makes it easy. It makes it easy for you to put all that together, and you just go to Squarespace and do it all. Thanks, Braden. Head to squarespace.com/left for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code LEFT to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Summer means freedom. And for adults, summer means work next to freedom. But thanks to Mint Mobile's summer sale, it can almost feel like the work is playtime for the adults. Right now, all of Mint's plans are $15 per month, even unlimited. Free yourself from Big Wireless and switch to Mint Mobile for high-speed data and coverage on the T-Mobile 5G network. It's so well connected, I could call from anywhere, deep from well within my bunker, where my AI-fueled robots slowly but surely toil for me, but I know for a fact I'm saving money on my phone plan. Or up above, where I'm training all of my giant Amazon female warriors who will fight in bulletproof mesh. Also, honestly, Mint Mobile's really cheap and it's really reliable, so you should use it. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/LPOTL. That's mintmobile.com/LPOTL. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/LPOTL. That's it. There's no catch. Upfront payment of $45 per 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12 months. Plan required, $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. Includes up to 20 gigabyte hotspot. Capable device required. Availability, speed, and coverage varies. See mintmobile.com. If I think about where we were 20 years ago, and I think what we would use to protect our space, it would mostly involve bayonets, weed whackers, and assorted diesel-fueled dune buggies that we'd use to spread pollution so thick it kept the other improv comedians from stealing our material. But now, Simply Safe has made all that so much easier. Using Simply Safe here at the office has revolutionized our ability to use diesel-powered dune buggies for good, and not for chaos. Think about what your home security system does as an intruder approaches your house. Sits, waits. Not much. Just waits until the window breaks, and then it goes, oh no. But then you get some kind of alarm and a notification. What if the whole point was to stop the chain events before it even happened? Unlike traditional security systems that'll only alert you after a break-in is already underway, Simply Safe is designed to help stop intruders before they get inside. It goes into their mind and makes them think of why they're doing this. I remember when we didn't have real security and all the podcasters were outside begging for our takes. Begging and scratching like a bunch of weasels. Now I can see them 25 feet away, and I can spray them with fire extinguisher liquid and stink gas. Not that it would make them smell any worse than they already did. Simply Safe helps me lord over them all. Simply Safe has been protecting your world for 20 years. Celebrate their anniversary with us and save 60% on your new Simply Safe system at simplysafe.com/LPOTL. That's 60% off at simplysafe.com/LPOTL. Plus, when you order, write in our show name in the How'd You Hear About Us survey in order to let them know we sent you. Don't forget, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
Rise from your grave.
So Antonio was encased all of a sudden in a giant glass jar. As he floated helplessly as a gherkin, the three robots smoothly floated towards his prone body. Antonio noticed their so-called legs, a skinny pole with a foot on the end, and deduced they must be hover sticks, because not a single robot pogoed.
He's funny. Boing, boing,
Boing,
boing.
boing. Absolutely, but I think that's what he thought, that they would bounce, but when they just slid towards him, it frightened him.
And hover sticks. That sounds like that sounds like a drug slang.
That's what I want. Yeah. That's what I had last night.
You already fucking smoke a hover stick?
Dude, that's a good future drug, and it just makes you float like 6 inches for like 20 minutes. Hill, I'm supposed to go to my fucking spin class. So one of the robots extended an appendage towards Antonio. He saw that instead of a hand at the end of the tapered arm, there was a syringe-like needle. The robot crept closer with his needle hands when the scene suddenly changed, and Antonio found himself and his robot junkie companions inside the UFO.
Because the needles.
Yes.
So he was in a glass jar in the middle of a field, and now he's in a UFO.
Yeah, he's in a UFO. There's a lot of this in this episode.
Outside of the glass jar. He's no
Yes.
longer in the glass jar.
No,
Okay.
now he's been transported.
You sure this is an Antonio Bourdain?
It would be much sadder. And one of those robots would be Asia Argento, looking to steal his life force.
I saw someone say how there was a meme about him and it's like, oh, he had life figured out. And I'm like, he committed suicide.
Well, he did. Yeah, that's right. He chose his way out.
Yeah.
Just like our hero, Jeffrey Epstein. So he could feel
By
the
hero, he means sandwich.
Yes, thank you. So he could feel the craft lift off, and he suddenly got nauseated. The walls were translucent, too, and provided a view of their ascent into the clouds. That's when Antonio was bombarded by blue lights, and he found himself in the UFO's business center. Antonio came into a large circular room, only to see that he was surrounded again. 24 robot aliens lined the walls of the chamber, standing in stark, toaster-like silence. He regained the ability to speak and shouted at the alien robots.
Okay, você quer? Qual é você?
What do you want?
I don't know how to speak Portuguese.
That is close, I think. I think it's close.
Okay, você quer? Qual é boca?
What do you want? Who are you? And the power of his Portuguese offense was too much for them. Just the strength of his yelling knocked the 24 alien robots to the ground. Now, this must have pissed him off or something, because Antonio was in zap with the disorienting wall lights again. The robot aliens rose from the floor of the craft and began to breathe loudly. This scared Antonio because, in his own words,
Where robots breathe!
In what world would robots breathe?
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm so glad you're good at this. So glad you're doing this correct. In what world would a robot breathe? In a blink of an eye.
It's just sort of my father-in-law.
You're correct. You're correct. In a blink of an eye, the alien robots pointed their needle hands at their head spinnies and made them hard.
Huh?
They were spinning and then they got hard.
Okay.
Right? Then they stopped spinning and became spoon-like. Antonio specifically said, like a teaspoon. Maybe in hindsight, this was some form of truce offered from the robot aliens, because that's when they decided to show him some dirty movies.
Oh.
Needles and spoons go together. We know that.
If
I
you-
learned
if
that
you-
from Leonard Skinner.
Yep, and the lead singer from Alice in Chains. A box materialized in front of Antonio, 6 inches wide, standing on 2 poles about 5 feet high. So exact. It had antennae sticking out of it and piano keys on its side like a transistor accordion. The alien robots glided over and began to futz with syringes and belts sticking out of the side of the stupid television. And then images began to appear.
Humans love pornography.
Show him the pornography. We will calm him down. Show him the pornography.
Let me put my hover stick inside of you.
You like it too much? So Antonio first saw a video of himself vomiting and shitting himself. Now, according to ufologist Iran Granchi, who interviewed Antonio to capture this encounter for all time, Antonio insisted that no matter what it was shown on the video, he never once shat himself. He wanted it to be clear, never once during this encounter did he ever shit himself. Everything else that happened, absolutely true.
But it is true that he saw a video of himself shitting and vomiting and shitting himself.
Yes.
How did he know that he was shit? Was there a close-up on like the pants seat and it suddenly turned brown and wet?
All it's saying is the alien showed him a video of him vomiting and shitting himself.
So, okay.
I'm pretty certain it's like camera goes 360 as his pants fill with shit. That's how I'd imagine.
It was very shaggy. It wasn't me.
Yeah. It's like, I would not do that. There is no way would I ever get. I would remove my pants and go shit on the floor.
Or maybe on the video, maybe he said like, "Oh no, I am shit in my pants."
Oh no!
Oh no!
Everybody, get away from me! I am shitting my pants. You see that you are shitting your pants in the video? I did not, and I will not shit in my pants. So the
You shat 3 metric tons. You shat more than any other human we have abducted.
Que mentira!
Always deny everything.
Always deny. The robot aliens use a device then to forcefully raise Antonio's arm. This is when they use their needle tips to suck blood out of the very top of his middle finger. Alien robot doctor did a test on his blood by spraying it on the walls. Using his needle hands filled with blood, he drew 3 red circles on the wall of the craft and then traced L's inside so they look like pie charts. It seemed to be good news.
Ah, you got 3 L's.
3 L's.
Put like a needle thumbs up.
Very good. Antonio was presented with the screen again. This is when Alejandro Jodorowsky movie starring Antonio, made by the alien robots, played on the projector. So here's a series of images that were kind of like a moving film slideshow.
These are actually sort of beautiful.
It's interesting.
I really love the sequence.
I want to do this. Someone should film this.
Yeah.
First was an
Aren't
image.
you trying to make an alien movie?
Let's not talk about that. It's coming. It's coming. We're working on it. First was an image of Antonio, nude on a table. 2 robot aliens were shining lights on his genitals. Second, Antonio, nude, just standing there. Third scene, now Antonio was clothed, carrying an empty shopping bag. His teeth chattered loudly. Very strange. I kind of feel like him walking with bag and then cut to a close-up of his face going like that.
And then in the background, you hear like, wow,
wow.
Yeah.
Fourth scene, horse and buggy slowly ambling down a dirt road. A dirty, barefooted pedicent in the driver's seat. Fifth cut, it's an orange ball. Antonio stands next to it. Symbolism.
Of what?
Symbolism. Sixth image. Now the ball's blue. An alien robot stands next to it. What does it mean? Seventh image. A rabid dog barks at one of the alien robots. In reaction, the robot alien melts from top to bottom like porridge. That's trippy as fuck.
It's fucking awesome.
Like, that's fucking awesome. I want to see this.
This is all very 1977.
Oh, yes, it is, buddy.
Fucking ready for altered states.
Bomb coated, dude.
No, I've actually bought a huge stack of old underground 70s comics back in Cincinnati. They're all like this. Every time there's a sci-fi story, it's just it's this.
Wow, it's fucking trippy. It's psychedelic.
It's cool.
You don't have to explain everything.
Yo, leave it hanging. Eighth image. A high-def landscape shot of an alien world. In the center of the picture, a giant UFO manufacturing plant, staffed and populated by millions of the alien robots. He saw 3 rows of UFOs in various stages of construction. Vegas blood. Portuguese blood. Ninth image. A Japanese-manufactured train popular in Brazil plowing its way through a tunnel. Everything reminds me of her. 10th image, cut to an image of live traffic in Rio de Janeiro for some reason. And then the scenario came to an abrupt halt.
Yeah, that's very Jodorowsky.
Yeah,
Traffic sucks.
exactly. Antonio felt a sensation of being thrown overboard. Antonio tripped out of the Tron world and landed directly in the middle of the street around the corner from the Pasencio train station. He was accompanied by one last alien robot. Antonio realized his clothing had reappeared on his body, and he checked his watch. 2:20 a.m. The exact time he was abducted.
Wait, so he had been naked in the UFO the whole time?
It seemed.
Ah.
It seemed, yes.
All right. And so basically he just had a little dream.
No. Bewildered, Antonio looked towards the heavens. There he saw the large, dark, smooth bottom of the UFO float up, until it was gone. The vision of the craft rising was shared by a local town drunk who told many other drifters about it in vain attempts for free rot-gut whiskey.
So they did have the actual scene where, like, the drunk guy looks up and goes,
What?
and then
Now I've seen everything.
throws away the bottle.
I'm done. Yep.
I'm getting too old for this shit.
Antonio did not tell his wife about the abduction.
I wonder if my daughter's still alive.
Nah, she's not. And he definitely didn't tell her about the PowerPoint movie presentation.
Of him shitting and embodying himself.
He did not.
I did not shit myself.
For 2 days, Antonio said his bowels were loose and miserable.
Sounds like he shit himself.
No, he insists. He continued to insist he would never shit himself. Not on the UFO, not afterwards. He wanted that to be clear.
Yeah, they were loose and miserable, but they were under control.
But I still had total control. Within the week, Antonio needed to quit his job due to the increasing extremity of his illness. He walked into work to quit when he told his boss he had difficulty breathing and a burning and itching on the inside of his body. Ooh. Eventually, a nurse at the job site checked his temperature. He was running 103-degree fever. To make him feel better, Antonio's boss had a fellow employee hit him with the hose outside. This young man described Antonio going pale, claiming his skin was green as grass.
Huh?
But he said to you have just been like, why don't you go cool him off with the hose? Antonio was just the beginning. This was just at the beginning of a month-long debilitating illness due to his encounter with the alien robot doctor filmmaker people who kidnapped him that day. Modern medicine failed this man.
As it does every alien abductee.
It does. Antonio did go to the doctor, and he did get tested, and they had the gall to tell him he was physiologically and psychologically normal. This is why self-advocacy in healthcare is so important.
Yeah.
Absolutely, especially if you're a woman.
Yes. Presumably, Antonio is now somewhere in good health. He would be around 80 years old, and I'm sure his bowels are in tip-top shape now.
Yeah, every 80-year-old man we know, has full and total control over his bowels.
And they are in love with them.
Depends.
Cute. Cute.
That's good. I like that.
I just also want you to know, guys, that our researchers, and the wonderful researchers, they gave me so much context for a bunch of these different stories. And I'll tell you what, I fucking stripped it. Yeah, I took it all out.
Wow.
Yeah, I took all the context out.
Wow.
I'm not going to get into the context of the next story because it would add 25 minutes to the show.
Sure.
But how did it start?
We'll see. Our next tale of encounters with cling-clang beep-boop beings from outer space takes us through the Iron Curtain to the USSR and the Ruskies of old.
Oh, now that's context gold mine right there. That's a huge, that's a lot of context.
It's too much context.
A lot,
because basically the idea is that, sum up, it went through a period of time because communism was considered an atheist belief system. As the wall was going to come down and the systems were collapsing, they were getting more interested in the paranormal, and then Russia became like a hotspot for paranormal activity, and a lot of that was fueled by the psychic arms race that we were doing with Russia.
Sure. All right.
If you get kidnapped by a robot alien in communist Russia, are you a fellow traveler?
Interesting. We'll find out. Actually, I don't understand that.
Fellow traveler. That's like a communist term. People who are like down with it.
Comrade.
There's a whole movie about it.
What movie?
Fellow traveler.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Ed's right here.
Oh, sure. Good. Good. Well, I'm sure you guys were already guessing what I was going to talk about. The famous Voronezh incident of September 27th, 1989.
Yeah, everyone gets
Everybody
that.
knows this one. On this day in ufological history, a pack of children had a close encounter of the third kind with the craft and its inhabitants, mechanical entities in the form of bronzed human statues. 10 children played outside at the railroad tracks in the zone by a local school when a pink glow overtook the gray Russian skies.
Too bad that wasn't the Hammer Maniacs.
Yeah. Oh, man, that would have been fun to see them fucking deal with the aliens and shit. That'd be fucking ham. That's a good movie, dude.
That's a really good movie.
Save that. A deep red ball, about 10 feet around, descended from the clouds. It circled the group, then vanished. The one girl allowed in the child gang, Yulia Shalakova, recounted that the ball reappeared just as suddenly as it left and hovered above the tree line like it was waiting for them. The tired, broken Russian orphans grouped underneath the vessel, and they could... Here, do it in their finest Russian orphan style, could you?
They could clearly see a hedge opening in the lower part of the bowl and the humanoid in the opening.
Actually, that's more like the guy who feeds the orphans and controls the orphan. Yeah.
They could clearly see the hedge opening in the lower part of the bowl and the humanoid in the opening.
That's a little better.
Yeah. They could clearly see a hatch opening in the lower part of the ball and a humanoid in the opening.
To the children's horror, entities descended from the craft. Three-eyed, human-like beings. They stood 9 to 10 feet tall and were dressed in a workman's uniform, but the overalls were metallic silver and the boots shiny gold. A bronze disc was fashioned to their chests. They were accompanying a humanoid robot that must have been built to resemble its organic handlers. Imagine an actual living statue, but with joints and rivets.
Fuck yeah, man.
Fucking dude. Human statues, I did not realize that living statues, I was looking that up, street performer that acts like a statue. It's just human statue.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I thought it would have another name.
No, they don't talk.
Yeah, human statue. Yeah,
But just human statue.
Yeah, what would you think they would be called?
Something like
Begarnals?
that's as good as any name that could be for them.
Yeah.
Standard there, guys.
Bentles.
Done.
Bentlemen.
I'm gonna use it for that's what we're using.
That from now on, that's human statues. Bentlemen.
Bentleman, I'm going to put it right on here.
The human statue thing doesn't really make sense because why they do metallic skin.
Yes.
Like they're robots.
Well, bronze
But they're
statues. Well, they're bronze statues.
But that's silver ones.
That would be
A silver statue.
rock.
That's
It would
right.
be marble. They're not silver. They're painted like marble.
Paint yourself like marble then.
We're killing the audience. We're killing the audience. All right. The robotic disc man had no nose, and in its place were 2 holes. Its metal eyes swiveled back and forth instead of moving its neck to look at you. His skin was made of bronze material. His silver overalls and gold boots were just his torso and feet.
Cool.
All of the crew from the craft glowed in the dark. The robot's handlers turned towards each other and began to gesticulate. Soon, a shining triangle materialized in the air between them. The 2 disc men touched their robot friend, and he activated. Now, it doesn't say what happened when he activated, but it terrified the children. So I imagine it's like truly horrific.
I imagine it's when they turn on Ed 209 in RoboCop and goes like, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Terrified the children. Panic-stricken, they attempted to flee. The robot's middle eye stopped and fixed itself on the center of the group. They froze in place, instantly trapped in silence. Another actual, similar detail. Discman 1 produced a 2-foot-long tube from behind his body. It might have been inside his overalls. He brandished this poster tube contraption towards one of the railroad track urchins. Then, magically, the targeted yegg vanished into thin air. The robot and his Discman bodyguard's PAs abruptly shuffled back into the red ball, now parked on two-legged kickstand mode. The dark red spheroid ship then lifted off the ground and shot into the sky. Thankfully, the disappeared boy rejoined the group immediately after. Yeah. We know nothing about him or anything that happened to him. He just disappeared and left and came back, and no one thought to ask him a single question.
All right.
So we have no idea what his experience was like.
I imagine that happens to lots of Russian railroad boys.
I think that's why they've learned to keep their mouths shut. And they're like, you some kind of gup. No snitch. No snitch. All right? But according to the local party newspaper, though, a journalist happened to be on the scene of the visitation.
So he saw the whole thing?
That's what he said.
All right.
This is where it came from. He managed to get several pull quotes from the beings. This intrepid reporter asked where were they from. They responded in perfect Russian.
The constellation Libra, Red Star, our homeland.
Presumably in Russian.
Советская звезда, красная звезда, наша родина.
See? Because they are from Libra, they embrace diplomacy and balance. But they tend to avoid conflict. Looking at you, famed Libra Bruno Mars.
I'm a Libra.
The journalist followed up with...
Wait, so are you saying Bruno Mars is difficult?
He's a gambler. He's got a bit of a gambling problem. Well, he doesn't want to... He's got a problem facing conflict.
Why?
Because he favors diplomacy and balance.
Okay.
He's a Libra's crutch. The journalist, I then guess he followed up with, will you take me back to your home planet? Because I guess he would have chosen intergalactic slavery over living in Voronezh.
Yeah, 1989, everyone's trying to get out of USSR.
Trying to fucking get out. Discman 1 and 2 denied his desperate request. They replied to the report in the reporter's native tongue.
There would be no return for you, and it would be dangerous for us. You might bring thought bacteria.
Yeah, they might bring thought bacteria. I mean, yeah. I think he would.
There's a lot of thought bacteria going on here right now.
Oh, yeah. We need some thought fucking antibacterial shit.
Antibiotics.
Thank you. God damn it. I'm doing aliens. The red ball and its occupants were gone. Would not return. But they left behind a palpable unease. The children and adults on the periphery said that they felt intense fear for 3 days after the contact. It was the children of Voronezh, the onion girls, and the frozen gasoline runner boys that sought answers to what lay behind the experience they all shared.
Does gasoline freeze?
I don't know. In Russia, that's how they transport. It's popsicles there. That's how they taste it. They just want to taste what it's like. Many were shut down immediately due to the stigma an encounter with a bronze robot with his Discmen soldiers would bring upon their small, weak Eastern European families. The cries of these Iron Curtain youngsters finally cut through the din of criticism. The local party police did indeed launch an investigation, and they found that all of the children repeated the same exact account down to the detail. And when asked to draw what they saw to each child, even the mutant Chernobyl child drew a circle on sticks with landing pads that looked just like an elephant's foot, which they all knew from the coverage of Chernobyl.
Yeah. Well, but was the elephant foot in, did they talk about that at all in Soviet Russia? Seems like they wouldn't.
I don't know, man. I know about the alien robots, okay?
All right.
I throw stuff in here to sort of guess about what the kids might know or might not know, all right?
Sure.
I don't even know if they have parents or not. I assume they're orphans because they're in Russia.
You know what would help with that? Context.
But there's no context here, Eddie. Context less. Now, local party investigators surveyed the scene of the landing. They found holes in the ground the shape and the size of elephant feet that must have been left by the craft's landing gear. Also, 2 strange red chunks of rock were found. Many believe them to be not of this earth. Eventually, everyone moved on, and the Voronezh encounter would be lost to the winds of time, even though this is arguably the biggest story to come out of the USSR in 1989.
In 1989.
Yeah.
It's a big one.
It's a big story.
Yeah.
I don't know what overshadowed it.
Is that how Gorbachev got the mark?
Yeah, they landed right on his big fucking head. My grandfather had one of those.
Really?
Yeah, he said he got it from a ceiling falling in on him in World War II, but I know it's a lie.
Yeah.
He lied a lot.
Yeah, my uncle's got one of those.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, man.
It was more common back in the day. I haven't seen a wine stain in a long time on a bald man.
Yeah.
We're going to bring them back.
You'll grow one.
If only, hopefully, just like my pipe. Last Podcast on the Left is excited to collaborate with Audible. Audible has a massive range of ad-free crime fiction, nonfiction, and true crime podcasts. You know, there's so many things you could do while you're listening to an audiobook. You can clean up your own personal crime scene, and that's easy to do, and you can learn it all from books. Some people also listen to audiobooks to go to sleep. But you could check out podcasts like This American Life, titles from true crime greats like Michael Connelly and Agatha Christie, and Audible originals like Dr. Death, The Cowboy. You can find whatever you're looking for on Audible. Plus, you can multitask while you do it. Find your next mystery on Audible. Audible. Stories that speak to you. New members can start listening with a 30-day free trial at audible.com/left. Is there anything better than a summer evening outdoors? Enjoy your space to the fullest with new greenery from Fast Growing Trees. I love a big, thick bush. Fast Growing Trees is America's largest, most trusted online nursery, and they can send me a big, thick bush any time of the day. It arrives at work. It arrives at my car. I can pinpoint on a Google map where it is. Send me a big, thick, brown bush. And they send it immediately when they have it, because sometimes the shaver comes to town. I remember one time I ordered a cherrywood tree from Fast Growing Trees, and my God, I couldn't cut it down no matter what my father told me to do. I had to lie to him about it, and next thing you know, I became the first president of the United States of America. And even you can become the first president of the United States of America with Fast Growing Trees. Right now, get up to half off select summer planning essentials, plus get an additional 20% off your first purchase with code LEFT at checkout. That's an additional 20% off at fastgrowingtrees.com with code LEFT at checkout. Offer is valid for a limited time only. Terms and conditions apply. This is a paid ad by BetterHelp. It's so important to remember with the busyness of the holidays, every holiday, Arbor Day, that day about the planet, President's Day. There's so many things to adapt to in this life, you know, and it doesn't follow a perfect plan. God, ruins the whole weekend. But therapy with BetterHelp, the world's largest online therapy platform, it can be a space to pause, reevaluate, and adjust to any unexpected changes. With over 30,000 therapists worldwide, BetterHelp is one of the leading online therapy platforms, having served millions of people globally. BetterHelp makes it easier to fit therapy into your routine. You're in good hands, too. BetterHelp therapists have at least 3 years and 1,000 hours of hands-on experience, and hold all required education, training, and certifications. It's easy to do, and the help is better over there. You don't have to navigate life's changes alone. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/lastpod. That's betterhelp.com/lastpod.
Rise from your grave.
Our final tale is the most mysterious and most action-packed of all. This was the story of the attack on Donald Trump.
Ooh, God, it's like a bush coming. Strumming.
Thank you. Thank you, I'll take it. Donald Trump lived in Sacramento, California by the way of Fayetteville, Arkansas.
It's Alaska.
Arkansas. That's
AK is Alaska.
But that's fine. I just wrote it. I said the proper state, though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I said the proper state.
Arkansas is AR.
I don't care. It's a fake state. We should just dissolve the states.
AR Kansas.
Dissolve the states. And this is not the home of the other famous experiencer, Chris Bledsoe. The cities are different, and they have nothing to do with each other.
Sacramento and Fayetteville,
Arkansas,
Yeah.
and Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Sure. Yeah, there's a lot of Fayettevilles in America.
Donald lived a life in pain, saddled by scoliosis, and it ruined his plans to join the military. Instead, he lent his talent and life to the aerospace industry with his job as a welder and painter. The key here is even though Donald worked with space technology, he did not believe in aliens or UFOs.
That's good.
During the incident, Donald was 26 years old, and he and his two buddies had actually just been fired from their aerospace jobs. The encounter took place over one long evening, September 4th to the 5th in the year 1964. Schramm and his two buddies went to the Tahoe National Forest for some bow and arrow hunting.
It's a good forest.
Yes, for killing things in. They were hunting in what used to be known as Gold Country, the heart of the westward movement of America in its search for freedom and easy money. They found to go to Joe Man. They gotta go. I'm paying to go. One interesting fact, though, is that the area was also ridden with natural uranium deposits, one of the known contributing factors to alien abductions, like a natural water source.
Yeah, that's nice.
It is interesting.
There's a lot of uranium, yeah.
Here it is. Let's go get it.
Uranium fever.
Let's go get it.
Yeah, I think it's all gone now. It's on a national forest. Well, I mean, now I guess we can.
Yeah, let's go dig it up.
It
Yay,
doesn't matter
thanks, Trump.
anymore. All right.
Yay, let's blow it up. I want to shoot a beaver in the head.
I want to die from uranium poisoning.
Yay.
It's much better than dealing with the Libyans.
Yeah, the Libyans. So, Marty. I was saying I want to do a prequel, Young Doc Brown.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah.
Why can't we do it?
Yeah, how did he get in contact with the Libyans?
I should be Young Doc Brown.
You should be.
We'll be like middle Doc Brown. Young Doc Brown's in the movie.
But
Yeah.
Young Doc Brown is not young in the movie. But you know what I mean?
I think you're.
I would be a young version of Doc Brown.
I think you're actually older now than Christopher Lloyd was when he filmed Back to the Future.
Yeah, he was in his 30s. You believe that?
Holy
that make you
fucking
sad.
Shit, every day is a fucking another slide inch towards the casket, isn't it?
And Michael J. Fox has Parkinson's.
Fuck! That's what's wrong with him. Oh, Christopher Lloyd was 46. He was 46 when he was.
Oh, okay.
So
all
I'm
right.
still technically a young Doc Brown.
All right.
I could play 40. So here we go. So the men split up looking for deer. Eventually, they went looking for deer in the night. Eventually, Don, he got lost in the ever-increasing dark. And he found himself trapped by a sheer cliff face. Right, so he had to double back, and he couldn't find anything. And all of a sudden, he was losing all his precious daylight time. All right, and he knew he was in danger. Because as the forest got darker, night is the time for bears,
Oh, yeah.
wolves, and yes, hot local cougars. It's true.
It's Tahoe.
Yep. Cougar country. To hide from the realm of predators, Don shimmied up at 25 feet to the top of a pine tree and tried to comfortably sleep amongst the needles. Around 9 p.m., a couple of hours after sunset, Don saw a light emerge from underneath the mountainous skyline. It traveled from east to west, and it oscillated up and down. Initially, Don thought it might be a flashlight or even a helicopter already summoned by his friends looking for him. Don quickly climbed down the tree. Thinking he was about to be rescued, Don tried as hard as he could to be noticed by this traveling light. He lit 3 small fires and waved his arms wildly, trying to catch its attention. The light suddenly stopped. It instantly zapped over to Don's location and hovered. Now Don could see what the light actually was. It was a matte black cigar-shaped vehicle with panels lining its bottom and a singular light on its tip.
Cigar shape, very common.
Very common. And what scared Don the most was that the craft was entirely silent. Eddie, you take Don.
That's what scared me.
Don said.
I didn't hear any noise at all. The light hovered between 2 trees and just hung there. And I was pretty sure it was no helicopter.
You'd be right. Because his friends couldn't give a fucking shit about it.
Yeah.
Immediately, Don knew he might be safer back up in the tree. He shimmied back up and remained silent and still, hoping the craft would simply leave. It did not. It swept the area around the tree and came to a stop, hovering in front of Don about 50 feet away. This is when Don realized the true size of the craft. He estimated to be at least 150 feet long and could absorb the light around it. He stared at the ship. Eventually, its middle panel on its wide body opened and shot out a little ship. Don called it a module, and it looked like a tiny version of what he would describe as the mothership. And remember, these are not in the lexicon at the time. This was before the moon landing.
Sure. Okay.
Right? So the idea of modules, he did not really, like, I guess he could have maybe have heard it in his industry, but it was not a thing yet.
The cigar-shaped craft,
well, like
too?
a module. Yeah, any of these things.
Okay, cool.
The module scouted the area below the ship and eventually landed right near the spot where Don was hiding in the tree. He said it was also completely silent and a silver dome on top of it that blinked. A panel opened up on the scout ship, and it released its inhabitants. A 5-foot-tall, chunky, bipedal creature approached Don's tree. The little guy was wearing a one-piece silver uniform with bellows on his elbows and knees, decorative bellows.
Yes.
His head was covered by a tight-fitting hood, and its face was dark and featureless. Don was pretty sure it was wearing goggles. I love workman uniforms on aliens.
Yeah,
And
goggles.
I want to make a line of workman's uniforms for us
aliens
that are metallic silver and gold.
What are bellows exactly? I don't know what bellows are.
I view, in my mind, they're just like
pirate sleeves?
designs. You know how like when you like on Robot, like in the Lost in Space Robot, his whole arms are that kind of crunchy thing, crunchy like slinky thing. It's that, but it's just decorations for your elbows.
All right, cool.
It's a designer's choice.
I like it.
I think it's fun. I think it's maybe she got it from Valentino or something.
Danger, David Robinson. Danger.
You remember. So now Creature 1 was soon met by another identical alien. Don noticed that they seemed to be studying or gathering samples of nearby brush.
It's Danger, Will Robinson. David Robinson played for the Spurs.
I know. The Admiral.
He knows. They were particularly interested in the manzanita, which is an evergreen shrub. Don gathered they were intensely curious about their surroundings. Don stayed as silent as he could to not be noticed. The two creatures worked their way towards Don's tree. He saw as they approached the bottom and looked up at him. He said the eyes haunted and terrified him. They stared at him with their black, dog-like eyes. Their faces were also flat and black. Don couldn't be sure if it was part of the helmet or their actual face, especially since the nose was lower than any human's was wont to be. The aliens emitted cooing noises like birds and communicated back and forth with the mothership. They would hoot and hoo like owls, and the ship would answer back in the same manner. Yeah.
Do you think his nose was low so he could smell his own balls?
Simply delightful. Another wonderful choice by the alien master.
So the nose is right on top of my dick.
Yes. Make sure to hold your breath when you're taking a pee-pee. The aliens chose to ignore Don at this point. They focused on looking for something specific. It became obvious they were directed by the sounds of the mothership. The first two guys would eventually be joined by 4 more identical aliens. They're all looking for something they can't find. Eventually, the first 2 aliens circled back to Don. He heard an intense thrashing noise coming from the brush nearby. And he was startled to see 2 huge flashlight orange eyes emerge from the forest darkness, and they illuminated what Don called a robot jaw. The robot marched towards Don's tree. As they got closer, he could see that it was in fact a humanoid robot in a metallic suit. And not 1, but 2. Both were slightly shorter than the uniform aliens. The robots had no visible nose and a large hinged square jaws. The robots had a human-shaped hands made of metal, like a suit of armor or medieval gauntlet. And of course, herky-jerky movement.
Yeah, they kind of remind me of the robot in the More Human Than Human video. White Zombie. You know, the robot that was on the cover of the CD of Astro Creep 2000.
I had the other one with the super sexy sounds.
Super sexy swinging sounds.
Yeah, that's the one I had.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to purchase the album. The robots shuffled over to the signal fires Don had lit. They stomped out the fires, very fire bad. The mothership directed the 2 evil robots towards Don, and one of the robots moved its hands up to its square hinged jaw. The robot's jaw opened, and a cloud of white vapor sprayed out of its mouth, forming a cloud that moved towards Don.
It's my hover stick.
My fucking fuck yeah, dude. Is this sativa? Hulsky, stay up all night. Don didn't smell anything. He gasped for breath and passed out within seconds. It was an indica. Don was now unconscious. Fatefully, the way he positioned his hunting bow caught him before he fell to his death. Afterwards, Don came to believe that he had interrupted the aliens doing some form of investigation. Now that they discovered Don, perhaps they were trying to kidnap him for their extraterrestrial zoo. This whole game about gassing Don, he'd pass out, he'd wake up minutes later, shtick, it'd go on for the entire night. Don would wake up, the robots would unhinge his jaw, emit a gas cloud, they'd knock Don out. Minutes later, he'd wake back up, and they tortured him this way for hours.
We used to do that as a kid. We'd,
The knockout game. Yeah.
Don't do it at home. It's bad for you.
Yeah, brain damage.
You have to have a spotter.
Brain damage.
I don't remember much.
Now, Don knew he was going to have to fight his way out. Take this, Eddie. He was
Determined to use every means at his disposal to make it back to his wife, Judy, and his young daughter, Donna.
And all he had was a 60-pound recurve bow with a 28-inch pull and a bunch of arrows.
You don't know what any of that means.
I just saw it online. I know it's a thing.
I don't know what any of
It's
it
strong.
means either.
2 aliens and one of the robots had Don surrounded. Don figured, shoot the robot. He's the one who's going to do the fighting. Don aimed and let the arrow fly, struck the robot in the torso, and when it did, a big arc flash of light filled Don's vision. This scattered the aliens. The arrow pushed the robot back like 10 feet, and the aliens followed suit. They were surprised by the attack. Due to my years of research, I know it's probably because often firearms are not usable in the presence of UFOs.
Yeah, no one really tries to use a bow and arrow. But if aliens have been coming here for forever, they would have run
some
into
point.
a bow and arrow at some point.
Oh, yeah, if Predator is real, which it is, and then if that's a documentary, then yes, at some point, they would have had to run into some form of, or if we saw what's at Prey, same thing. They had to run into us at some point.
You're right.
Thank you for saying that. No one ever says that, Eddie. It's so nice to hear. I just gotta say, it's so good to hear. Don kept firing arrows to keep them at bay. As he ran out of arrows, he was sure they would counterattack. And they never retaliated, but they didn't leave. Don knew from the previous interaction, these guys didn't like fire. He hatched a plan. He took out one of the 7 books of matches he still had in his pocket and lit it on fire.
I was wondering how he lit those 3 fires so quickly earlier.
Packed with packets of matches for some reason. He threw it at the robot below, which caused it to back away. Then he lit his hat on fire and threw it at the aliens. He noticed the more fires he lit, the higher the mothership would float. He burned everything on his body down to his pants and shoes. Now that he was out of quote-unquote ammo again, the aliens reapproached.
What is he wearing that's so flammable?
I have no idea.
Is he not sweating during
I
all
have
of this?
no fucking idea. It's cold. No, he should be. He kept climbing higher up the tree, tying himself to the trunk with his belt.
Unflammable belt.
It's the only thing I have. It's made out of pure lead. The aliens began to climb up the trunk, but they couldn't reach the first branch. They kept trying to boost each other up. Like all the aliens, like getting on each other's shoulders, trying to force themselves up the tree.
No, put my foot there in your hand. No,
the cloud dissipates before it gets to him.
Don's up there pissing on him.
Yeah, what do you do? I'm full of it. You'll never beat a proper blood-filled man. You'll never beat a man. He also realized he could shake the tree from the top when they fall down.
Huh.
Still, they hit him with the gas again. He passed out, and he woke back up in a panic.
Still tied to the tree with his belt?
Yes, he was suspended. He threw everything he had in his pockets of the aliens.
I thought he already burnt his clothes.
No, he had his pants on. His pants. So he threw his change at the aliens, and he barked at them like a coyote.
Which is high pitched.
The barks did nothing. But they did pick up the loose change and he threw at them, and they pocketed it like it was museum treasures.
That's nice.
They were like, extra steals, little discs. All night. If Don wasn't fighting the robots, they would keep knocking him out. Then they'd try to climb up to get to him, and he'd wake up and he'd knock them down the tree. All night. Until they finally hit him with the biggest gas cloud of all.
So they had a big knockout the whole time?
Oh, yeah. Don woke up, disoriented, suspended from the tree by his belt. He noticed the first few rays of the sun coming up over the mountaintops. He also saw that the ship and its occupants were gone. He had survived a full 12 hours of close contact alien warfare.
What? Hold on.
You're going to try to minimize this?
How big was the belt?
Like, when I have a belt, there's only like a couple extra notches.
That's true.
Not enough for an entire tree.
That's true.
It might have been a rope. He could have been skinny and had too big of a belt. That's what I'm going to say.
Maybe he brought a backup belt.
Oh, I always do.
On camping trips.
I always have 3 or 4 belts because I rip through them. I just bust them open 24/7. They can't even stay on me.
Maybe you needed a belt for the bow hunting. You know, sometimes they have the pole.
Yes. He saw small...
Trying to help you out
I love
here.
it. I like it. I don't need... Again, I remove context for a reason.
Yeah.
I stripped it.
I had
Okay?
to poke holes in it just like he did with his giant belt.
Thank you. He had to. In order to tie himself to the tree, keep him safe from aliens. He always kind of thought he was going to need to do this. So he went down. He saw small footprints all over the area. He found remnants of everything he had burned and thrown down. He just recovered his bow, his canteen, 2 of his arrows, one of which had been melted. And the coins that he had thrown were gone. He eventually found his friends back at the original camp. He told his boys all about it, and none of their lives were ever the same. According to Don's wife,
He was white as a sheet. He walked as though he had walked for hundreds of miles.
I like that you're doing it like Audrey from from
I can do a little more. Like,
His eyes were dazed. He spoke to me in a very shaky voice. He had dark circles under his eyes. His arms were covered in pitch, as were his pants and t-shirt. He had small scratches all over his arms. He came in, and he didn't even say hi, hello, anything. He sat down on a couch. He then proceeded to tell me about his Disco Grove experience. His hand shook, and his voice was subdued and very shaky. It seemed as though he was on the verge of crying.
I hate my wife. God damn it, I hate my wife. For the rest of his days, Don would remain traumatized. He was sick for weeks after the encounter with an intense runny nose and chest pains. They checked for radiation poisoning and found none. He would wake up from a dead sleep screaming, "Those eyes! Those eyes!" He would eventually grow to be completely afraid of the dark. When he went hunting with friends, he would always return to the campfire as it got dark. Sometimes, after the encounter, Don and Judy moved up to Citrus Heights. Don and Vincent and his wife Gloria, they would sometimes go camping over at Duffy Creek. And one evening at the campsite, Don got suddenly very quiet, and he looked out at the ridge. Just as a strange light in the sky appeared, and it zoomed across the sky and disappeared, followed by a smaller, strange light that followed the exact path as the first.
Shooting stars.
Don said he got a buzzing sound in his ears right before the UFOs appeared, and he got the sense of where to look in the sky. And later that night, Vincent found Don away and holding his handgun. Vincent and Don heard crackling, crunching, and walking sounds for the rest of the night, and when daylight emerged, they packed up camp and left, even though they were planning on another night camping. They got scared.
Because he was clenching his gun in the middle of the night.
He was...
listen, Don, I'm thinking we need to head back.
Shut the fuck up! You didn't go with what I went through!
I forgot. I got a thing that I got to get to.
I got a heart out on this camping trip right now. I gotta go. Now, what's funny is that this encounter, it finally reached the local Air Force base that happened to be Wright-Patterson. So 2 officers from Wright-Patterson, hearing all this was happening, they met with Don on September 25th, 1964 to interview him. The officers tried to dissuade Don from believing that he encountered a UFO. Don showed the officers his melted rainbow-colored arrowhead that he'd shot at the alien robot. The officer asked, "Can I take the arrowhead back? We're going to take this, get analyzed." Don agreed. Never got it back. Never heard from the guys again.
Fucking jerks.
Right? Eventually, the intelligence officers would state that at the end of their investigation, it's more likely that Don was attacked by a group of, quote, Japanese or rowdy, prank-loving metal teenagers. That is literally what they said. They're like, well, it must have been the Japanese.
In 1964.
No idea why immediately they're just like, robot people? That's the Japanese.
The racism was still high back then.
Yeah, you think?
At least by 64, maybe at least say Korean.
What if they're huge Gundam fans? They could be that, because I feel like anime. When did mecha anime start?
don't know that off at the top of my head. I
think
think Astro Boy was in the early 60s, I think.
Do you think these
early
guys
to
were super into vintage Japanimation? Or?
You have one sentence left and you're Googling shit.
1977. 1963 was the first one.
Oh, okay. So it was the year
Gigantor,
before.
the robot.
Gigantor. I love Gigantor.
Wow, I nailed it. However you slice it, I'm pretty sure after today's episode, we know that alien robots are real and very dangerous, but also they are cute and fun. Thank you.
Patreon.com/last podcast on the left is where you can go see our stream. You can give us a little bit of cash for that. Or if you got a Netflix account, you can see the wonderful performances from today acted out in real time. And thank you so much for watching, everybody who has made our Netflix series Bonafide hit.
It's truly wonderful. And thank you. You can go to LP on the left for all of these social media needs that you have. I don't know why you have them, but they are there. And you can go to YouTube and you can see someplace underneath LPN Romantasy, The Foreign Report, No Dogs in Space. And over on LPN TV, HGX2 Season 2, it is still rocking and rolling. Go check it out. And also check it out for our new lineup of VTM, which will be coming out soon. Also, go out there, go check out our brand new Halloween sound effects album. Fright Jansen's Revolting Repository of Ghastly Sounds, Volume 1 and 2. If you can still get it. I don't think you can.
Newberry Comics. Check it out.
Yeah.
They might still have a couple.
We'll see.
Also on YouTube, The Brighter Side's on YouTube now.
Yeah,
The Brighter
fuckers.
Side LPN. Go subscribe over there and watch that. It's been a lot of fun. We're hitting the road. We're going to be in Pittsburgh. Woo!
Steel City, baby.
I'm excited. May 29th, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Carnegie Music Hall of Oakland. Saturday, June 27th, Grand Rapids, Michigan, GLC Live, 20 Monroe. Friday, July 17th, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Cain's Ballroom. And July 18th, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, the Tower Theater. Those are the last 4 shows of the JK Ultra Show.
Yes. And then we will be coming back with a new tour right after that.
Yeah,
so
almost
stay
immediately,
tuned.
yeah.
And if you want to see that, you got 4 more chances.
That's
so come
right.
out.
Also, I'm going to be in Phoenix on June 7th with Amber Nelson and Julie Rosing over at the Desert Ridge Improv. So
Cool.
come check me out there. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And by the time you get to Phoenix,
It's a 4-hour song.
yep. Hail Sweet Satan, everyone.
Huggy.
Hail David Robinson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. David Robinson and all the San Antonio Spurs that we know and love.
I'm rooting for them.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Who's that one guy?
Robert Ory?
Robert Ory.
Yeah.
No,
Tim Duncan?
Tim Duncan.
Yeah,
That's the one I'm trying to think
He's
of.
very good.
Yeah.
Well, was. Now he's, I'm sure he's still pretty good at basketball. But
I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure.
He's old.
yeah. Certainly not a robot alien.
Nope. And that's the only
check his-
people I care about.
Don't check his blood.
Nope. We're saying it right now. Tim Duncan, not a robot alien.
We'll see.
David Robinson, maybe.
Tires matter. They're the only part of your vehicle that touches the road. Tread confidently with new tires from Tire Rack. Whether you're looking for expert recommendations or know exactly what you want, Tire Rack makes it easy. Fast, free shipping, free road hazard protection, and convenient installation options. Go to TireRack.com to see tire test results, tire ratings, and consumer reviews, and be sure to check out all the special offers. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
In Orlando, meetings reach another level thanks to a growing list of award-winning restaurants, a world-class convention center, a great hotel community, easy access through the airport, and of course, the weather. Andrew Moyes, VP of Fan Expo HQ, had this to say about Orlando. Orlando really can be that destination where you can innovate, collaborate, and look into the future. And that's what makes Orlando unbelievably real. Learn more at orlandoforbusiness.com.